So let's look at the difference between parallel and layer nodes. Let's first talk about parallel nodes and how they work. So here is our node. We're going to add an adjustment to it. We'll just take this boiler and we'll make it pink. And let's pull these guys out so we get a little bit more of a selection. Okay. And now, so now we have our pink boiler, but we want to add where this white is, we want to add a warmer light. So we want to add like some yellows in there. What we could do is we could come into our, if we go over to normal wheels, we could add some yellow into here, right? And that would take our highlights and that would make them more yellow. But we don't really have much that we can adjust here because it's all in here. If I was to change the luminance value, it's going to change the luminance value for that whole node. So I'm going to start to not color those things. So it'll start to look weird. So I can't do it that way. One of the other things that I guess I could do is I could come into log and I could use a log wheel, right? We could move the log wheel and then we could change the high range and then we would be able to adjust it a little bit that way, and that might work. Or we could use parallel nodes. Any changes that you make, it's going to take those changes and average them with the other nodes. So you're going to be mixing colors at that point, but it's only to the things that you adjust. So if I just start to add nodes, it's not going to say, oh, there's 4 nodes, let's average them all out, because then it would start to average out to the yellow that these boilers were made out of. So it's not doing that, it's just the changes. What I could do to make that yellow, we could take our luminance value, and let's turn on our highlight, and we could set, okay, we want anything that's in this luminance range, so all this stuff that's darker won't really get colored. And then we could go into our temperature, and we can move our temperature up. So now we have that, we can adjust what is being affected. So if we, right now it's all the things that have high luminance values, but then we could add in a power window if we want it to, like maybe having the power window up here so it looks like there's mixed light coming in here. We could now mix all of these different tools that we have to change colors, and it will average it out with the other things that are in here. That's how a parallel node works. Well, let's go over to another shot. Now in this shot, let's add our node, okay? And let's say we wanted to add some colors into here. Now if we were to say, okay, I want her skin tones to come back, if we added a parallel node and selected her skin tones, and change how her skin looks, and let's say I went and I made it, more red, and we can brighten it so now we can see it a bit better, right? We could do that, but what if I wanted the color it used to be? To do that, we would want to switch this over. Now I just reset all of my, or I'll just reset the whole node to make it easier. If I come into here, we could either make the node, or if we already had a parallel and we wanted to change it, we could morph it into a layer. It's almost in reverse. So this is the bottom layer, this is the top layer. If I would add more, it would obviously layer up and a layer up from there. So right now we have 2 layers. So this is the top layer, this is the bottom layer. Because this is the top layer, it's laying over top of this layer. And because it's the whole layer, you don't see what's underneath it. So what I could do is I could come into here and I could, change the output so then they're kind of mixing, right? Or if I just wanted her skin tones, I could then just come into here, come in and select her skin tones and make her skin tones a qualifier. So let me do this quick. Here's our shot that we now have with skin tones that are coming through. I have her hair and her skin tones qualified, and I had to add a power window because there was a lot of other colors in there that were similar. But as you can see, it's not perfect, but I just wanted to give you an idea here. If I wanted to now, I have the source colors coming in, and they're just overlaying on top of my grade. Now they're not blending with that other node. If I did want it to blend, to make it seem like she's there a little bit instead of having such a huge difference in color, what I could do is I could come into here and I could just bring down the key. So I just bring this down to like 8, and now she's in the scene a little bit more. She's getting a little bit of that green onto her skin. You can pick out colors and you can have them overlay on top of whatever your grade is instead of having them work together. And you could have all of these intermix. Like if I didn't want, like maybe there was some type of grade going on before here, I could pull this source from anywhere. It doesn't have to be from the last node in the tree. It could come from somewhere else or another group of nodes. Like if I, let's just add another node in here, and instead of having it go to there, I could have, this come down to here. I could have a whole tree in here that's doing a bunch of stuff, and that when it comes out of here, then it goes into like a bunch of layers. You can have it go whichever way you want and then have them interact as a layer node afterwards or before. It doesn't need to be set up like series nodes where it's one after another after another after another. You can have them break up into different groups, and you can work on project spots in different groups of nodes. And then once let's say we were working on all of this, and instead of having the node tree all cluttered, I could have them just come into one combiner node and then have that go out to something else. So it's very flexible on all the different things that you could do. I feel that some people might not understand why to use a parallel node over a layer node, or why to use a layer node over a parallel node. I feel like this is a very good representation of that, where you want to have colors from another location within the node tree. Instead of being blended together, you want them to lay over, or in the case of this, where you want them to work together. And that kind of sums up what's the difference between a parallel node and a layer node. Again, my name's JR, and thanks for watching.